All right, what you're seeing in this picture is Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona is America's hottest large city. During the summer, temperatures can soar to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. 100 years ago, Phoenix was a small town. Not many people wanted to move to Arizona because it was so hot, too dry, and too lonely. Two things made it possible to live in the desert: air conditioners and automobiles. Now, air conditioning lets people live in comfort no matter how hot the day is. And automobiles made travel through the desert safer. Travelers who got stuck in the desert could die of thirst. But because cars and roads, or good roads, I should say, made travel easier and safer, people began to move to Phoenix. Some liked the hot, dry weather so much they decided to live there. With a population of more than 1 million people, Phoenix is now the sixth largest city in the United States. Let's talk a little bit about products and natural resources. Let's review what those are. So, products. Products are something that are made by people, man-made, like you see in these pictures: cars, books, automobiles, clothing, houses. Products are often made from natural resources, and a natural resource is something that's made by nature that can be used by people. So what are the products and natural resources of the Southwest? Well, there are many cattle and sheep ranches in the Southwest region. The Southwest region leads all the other states in raising of beef, beef cattle as well as sheep. The cattle provide beef to all parts of the United States, and some beef is sold to other nations like Japan. Now, deserts are full of valuable minerals like gold, iron, copper. They're all found in the Colorado River Basin. New Mexico is known for its silver mines, and Arizona produces about 2/3 of the copper that's mined in the United States. People have been digging in Arizona for precious metals for a long time. Native Americans used gold, silver, and copper for tools and weapons, as well as for jewelry and paint and for their pottery. Copper ore is still mined in the state for many different uses. Copper is used mostly in wire or coins, such as a penny. In the Southwest region, there's a lot of fuels that can be found that supply energy. Uranium, coal, natural gas, and oil are all found in the Southwest region. The most important natural resource in the Southwest is oil. Oil is so valuable that it's been nicknamed black gold. The oil that bubbles up from the ground is called crude oil and is not very useful. A refinery is the kind of factory that separates the crude oil into parts like gasoline and heating oil. Some parts of the crude oil are used to produce goods like plastics, crayons, and medicines. A typical refinery costs billions of dollars to build and millions more to maintain. A refinery runs 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and requires a large number of employees to run it. A refinery can occupy as much land as several hundred football fields. Workers often ride bicycles to move from place to place inside the complex. Now, one of the biggest problems in the Southwest region is a limited water supply. Aqueducts are used in the Southwest to move water from lakes and rivers to farms and cities. Aqueducts are large pipes or canals that move water over a long distance. The people of the Southwest rely on the Colorado River for many things. The Colorado River provides drinking water for 25 million people. It supplies water for more than 3 million acres of farmland. Water rushing through openings in the dams on the river, they cause huge machines to spin. These machines are called turbines, and the spinning turbines produce much of the electricity used in the Southwest. Let's talk about the landmarks that we find in the Southwest. Recognize this one? This is the Grand Canyon, the most famous landmark in the Southwest region. Many people visit the Grand Canyon National Park. Tourists enjoy hiking, riding mules on trails, rafting on the Colorado River, or just simply looking at the beautiful landform. This is a picture of Carlsbad Cavern National Park in New Mexico, and it's another popular tourist destination. More than 85 caves and caverns make up the park. According to a local legend, a cowboy named Jim White found Carlsbad Caverns. One evening, White saw what looked like a plume of smoke rising from the sky, and that smoke was actually a cloud of bats that were flying out of the cave entrance. Hundreds of thousands of bats sleep in the caverns during the day, and at night they leave a giant whirling cloud to hunt for food. Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas, is responsible for training astronauts from both the United States and its international partners. All the astronauts live and train at the Johnson Space Center. The Johnson Space Center Mission Control Center manages all activity on board the spacecraft and directs all space shuttle missions. What you're looking at here is the petrified forest. You can see another type of fossil here, the petrified wood. When you go into the petrified forest, it's not like walking into a normal forest. It's more like walking into the desert. Most of the forest is still buried under sand, and only some small parts have been revealed to the surface by erosion. Petrified wood found in the park and the surrounding region is made up of almost solid quartz. Each brightly colored piece is like a giant crystal, often sparkling in the sunlight as if it was been covered by glitter. The Southwest region is famous for its missions. A mission is a Spanish settlement where priests taught Native Americans the Christian religion. The missions were built in the early 1700s. Now let's talk a little bit about the culture of the Southwest. Parts of the Southwest once belonged to Mexico. Texas split off from Mexico in 1836 and joined the United States in 1845. Mexico and the United States went to war the following year. The United States won. Mexico had to give the Southwest to the United States. Spanish and Mexican influences are still strong in the Southwest region. Many people in the Southwest region speak Spanish. Many foods and festivals in the region come from Spain or Mexico. Many buildings are made in Spanish, Mexican, and American Indian styles. The Southwest has many Spanish American and Native American people. More American Indians live in the Southwest than any other region in the United States. There are many Indian reservations, including the Navajo, the Hopi, Zuni, and Apache tribes. The Navajo Reservation is the home of the biggest American Indian tribe. Many of the Navajo who live there still follow some of their Native American traditions, while others have more of a modern lifestyle. Some people live in modern homes, while others live in traditional homes called hogans. Tortillas are important ingredients in the traditional Southwest cooking. Tortillas act as a wrapper or a bread. Wedges of tortillas are fried to make tortilla chips. Nachos, tacos, enchiladas, quesadillas, and burritos are also made with tortillas. Unlike the Midwest region, where there wasn't a lot of spice, the Southwest has many kinds of hot chili peppers grown there, and many of the food that's served in the Southwest are spicy. Green chili peppers are made into salsa. Red chili peppers are used in slow-cooked dishes. The most popular slow-cooked dish is chili con carne. Chili con carne, which means chili with meat, is made with meat simmered in a sauce of dried red chili peppers and tomatoes and a variety of spices. Contests are held throughout the Southwest region to determine the best chili. Tamales are packets of corn-based dough that are wrapped in softened corn husks and steamed. The corn husks are removed at the table before the tamales are eaten. While tamales are served throughout the year in restaurants in the Southwest, tamales are a traditional Christmas food. Families and friends gather to assemble dozens of tamales. Traditional Christmas tamales are made from masa, a dough of corn, and a filling of shredded beef that has been stewed in red chili and spices. And let's talk finally about desserts. The Southwest desserts are fairly simple, serving as a soothing or cooling finish to a very spicy meal. Sopapillas are a kind of deep fried donut, and they're served as dessert with honey. Another favorite dish is flan, and that's what you see on the bottom there. It's a baked custard. I hope you've enjoyed learning a lot about the Southwest region. Thank you for joining me.